Hello.
Welcome back.
Everybody. Looks
Hi.
you look very happy. So I think you have a very good conversation. Now everybody is in the same room again. Okay, now we have had 3 rounds of conversation around the topics of co-creating learning communities, by bridging boundaries within and between groups. I think there have been a lot of ideas. Now, at this point of time, we want to, think back about what we have talked about. This session is called harvest of what we had. Now, what we have. Now, the harvesting question is. Just a second. What topics or questions do you want to talk if we have another chance to have next virtual cafe? Suppose you have the next virtual cafe. What topics do you want to ask? What topics or questions? We have discussed, we have talked a lot of things about the concept of IAF conference in Osaka, but building on that, maybe you have some questions or some topics that you are interested in talking. So the harvesting question is, what topics or questions do you want to talk if we have another chance to have next virtual cafe? Now for this conversation, I ask Yoshiko to lead the conversation.
Sure, thank you. So for the harvest, it is a question to every one of you. What topics or questions do you want to talk further in the next virtual cafe? I think you had a very interesting conversation, very mind-stimulating conversation. Right. So to begin with, I want to hear from you what you're feeling now. What's new for you? What inspiration have you got so far after the third round of the sessions? Does someone want to share with us? What's your feeling? What's new for you after the third session?
Hello everyone, this is Lily.
Thank you, Lily. Go on.
Yeah, it's my first time to join IAF and this video meeting of virtual coffee, and it's really interesting for me because on one hand I can talk with so many experienced facilitator, on the other hand I can practice my English. Okay, so yeah, at the beginning I have some problem of my computer, and later I solved it and joined in the discussion. Actually, I cannot 100% understand sometimes, but yeah, I like this kind of communication because it's convenient that people from all the countries can join in this meeting room and share our discussion. So next time I will be better prepared. Thank you.
Great. So you found this conversation via Zoom platform is wonderful, and you want to continue in the next virtual cafe, right?
Yes, because I'm a fresh people in IF. So by this platform, I could be more familiar about the organization and all the experts.
Thank you. Right. Thank you very much for sharing your feeling with us. Are there someone who is ready to talk? What topics or questions do you want to talk, or just you sharing your feelings right now is all right? Go ahead.
Yes. In the third session, Monica just came in, and that third session was the first time for Monica. So we explained what we have been talking at that time. And at the time we were talking about what is boundary for us, because boundary, the term boundary make us imagine a lot of things. Sometimes it is just a line, or sometimes it's a wall, sometimes it's kind of ball, or invisible, even invisible. But after sharing that experience, Monica mentioned that for her, the boundary is first of all, the boundary is in herself, which is the personal boundary you have to challenge. So that topic was the topic we were talking in the first session exactly. So I was really impressed that this word boundary provoke us or invoke us such kind of personal experience. And then the social thing or interpersonal thing. So that was yes, I was really impressed by that. Thank you.
Right, thank you. So Monica immediately caught the point. The boundary is in ourselves. Thank you. Other opinions, other viewpoints? I want to hear from you a variety of way of thinking.
For me, what it's just sprung to mind is, we're talking about the last session was around how can we bridge over these boundaries, and what I'm curious to explore is what would the facilitation community look like if we could actually bridge our own boundaries.
Wow.
Oh. It's a meta recognition. What our facilitation community look like from outside. Interesting. Yeah, thank you. Other thoughts? We are stimulating with each other, so there's no good answer, bad answer. There's no perfect answer. No, any thought you throw on the table is valuable.
So hi.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah, we talked about a lot, but like Latino just mentioned, or Monica-san just probably raised, that the boundary is inside ourselves. And I think Lynn mentioned that similar things, and we came up that, well, that's why we need a courage to get rid of whatever the fear is facing, that we need, if we have a courage, maybe we can take out those boundaries.
All right. Thank you. Right. So now I will ask everyone to write your feeling in the chat box. Does everyone know how to use the chat box? Who needs help? Okay, so could you open the chat box, your own chat box? And I ask one of you to input the main issue, main challenge you want to talk about at the next virtual cafe. I'm sure that you talked about the internal boundaries as well as external boundaries between different specialties and disciplines. But at the end of the third session, what is hanging in your mind? What subjects do you want to talk about most in the next virtual cafe? I give you 2 minutes. Shall we start? Are you okay to use the chat box? If you need help, please raise your hand. how does facilitator's role change if the boundaries were removed? Aspirational, what would the facilitation community look like if we had bridged our own boundaries? I really enjoyed the conversation, and using the same question will be okay, but I wish to talk to a more variety of people, diverse. I appreciate the diverse point of view, but the most important boundary is inside of you. That's everyone has different answers. Interesting thing. We have roles to make people do something. We have interesting input, and we are going to share it with you in one way or the other. Do we have a group Facebook site or something? I think we can copy paste the chat in the group page. Katri, I think we can create a group page for virtual cafe team participants. We leave it with us. Do you feel your obstacles in discussion are walls, boundaries, or gaps? Interesting point, right? Very interesting. So those who still are writing, please continue writing, and then those who finished, let's move on to the last points, which is ending, closing. And I pass the floor to Katri-san. It's muted. You are muted, Katri.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, I'm very, very happy to have such a good conversation with you. And I actually, honestly, I didn't expect too much for this conversation, but it's turned out to be a very exciting conversation about the theme of the conference. We can continue a discussion, a conversation, even after this. Our plan is, just a minute. We have schedule like this. The first one, this is today, July 22nd. Next time will be August 4th. This is a Saturday, and this is 8 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock at night. This means that this time, 10 o'clock in Japan means maybe 6:30 in India, and 9 o'clock at night in East Coast of the United States. But the Europe is midnight. So we want to
3 o'clock in the morning. No way.
In order to cover Europe, we have to set the time for 8 o'clock at night in Japan. So 10 o'clock, 20 minutes, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, so. And we have 3 more virtual cafe scheduled. And even after that, we have, just a minute, yes, September 8 and 9, we will have IAF conference. Even after that, we want to have virtual cafe, continuing conversation. And also, we will start Slack workspace as well. So this will serve as a communication platform for global facilitators. So, okay, now before ending.
Shall we do checkout?
This is a checkout time. We have. I want to ask each of you to say, some comment. We still have 10 minutes, so how shall we go? I mean, well, birthday. Whose birthday is in July? July birthday.
Me. Hi.
Oh, Nelly?
My
Happy
birthday
birthday.
next Wednesday. So I might have to leave a bit early, so let me start first. I came in with a very sleepy mood. I just wake up, but I found it very energized. I didn't know what we are going to do in these 2 hours, but it turned out to be quite a thoughtful conversation. Get me to think more about communication, diversity. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'm happy to meet all of you here too. I think most of you I haven't met before, and very happy to get to see you face to face. Yeah, I appreciate a lot for you to organize, for your team to organize this event, and very helpful and very interesting. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Could you appoint somebody after?
Mari.
Mari.
Mari, yeah, in the center of my, yeah, please, Mari, yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to join this meeting. I didn't think I could, but it's very interesting discussion, and I have a new viewpoint of our facilitation attitude or something. So I'd like to have more discussion with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Who's next, Mari?
Sharon.
Sharon?
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. I have really appreciated your contributions to the conversations, and it has been a very energizing way to start my Sunday. And I'll pass over to Latino.
Latino?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, here. I'm really happy to have conversation with you guys, and I feel it's really, really important to know different people, and so I'm really, now my expectation to this virtual cafe is to know a lot more people. Thank you. I'm very happy to talk to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, Nancy-san, please.
Nancy?
Okay, thank you very much for everyone. I really enjoyed talking with all of you. And actually, I didn't know what to do this time, and I invited students, and I want to know how they felt it. But it's really good for them to learn what to feel, the environment of IAF. So I try to persuade other students to join the list of cafe. And I myself learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Great. Nancy, who's next?
Okay, Naomi-san?
Naomi, yes.
Hi. Thank you very much for everyone. And I'm very happy. Maybe the challenge we have as facilitator is universal. Yeah, so it's really interesting to have this kind of discussion through this technology. So that I'm very happy to see you the next virtual cafe. And also, please visit Zoom site. Okay, and then we will upload this information in the Zoom site as well. Okay, have a good weekend.
Okay, thank you. And
okay, so the next, I haven't talked with Monica yet. So the Monica, please.
Monica.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you for organizing this wonderful virtual conference, and I'm excited because it's the first time that I joined the IAF conference, the physical one, and also the virtual one. So I'm so excited, and I think Zoom is able to get across the physical boundary, and also have a heads up to me about that I need to be aware of my physical boundaries as well. So what a wonderful conference, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Monica, who do you want to talk after you?
Maybe.
Maybe. How about Lynn or Lily?
Miyaki-san?
Aki. Okay.
Miyake-san.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the conversation on the online. That's a very big experience for me. And I want to try to brush up my English now, from now. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Next, Ayaka-san.
Hi, thank you for everyone. And actually, this is the first time for me in online conference in English. So I have very wonderful time, and I study much things. So I want to join the next time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Next is Ring. Ring-san.
Name one.
Hello.
No, you're with us.
Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks so much for organizing this. I think this is really great. And it's good to get to know everyone before the conference. So looking forward to see all of you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Let's have Masahiro-san.
Masahiro. Okay.
Thank you for everyone. I was able to very funny time. ちょっとごめんなさい、ここから日本語で。本当は音声と画像を切って聞くだけにしようかと思っていましたけど、皆さんのサポートのおかげで、ちょっとご迷惑をおかけしながら参加することができました。本当にありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you. Masahiro said that he originally wanted to participate only with hearing, not participating. But with your help, he could join the conversation. He really appreciates you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that means the lady Zhu.
Yeah. Let's make a summary of the checking out. As I said before, that is very helpful for me, and I think it's really interesting for all of us to join in. But maybe I'm not so experienced, so I have one suggestion. For example, the next time, maybe we could have an agenda. I'm not sure if I missed the agenda because I joined 20 minutes later. About the questions we will discuss on the agenda. And secondly, it's better that the leading question could be more concrete. For me, it's a little bit difficult to express the boundary or bridge in English. I'm not sure if we are in the same level of these questions. So yeah, it's my suggestion.
Okay, thank you so much. So
thank you.
It's just 12 o'clock at noontime, and it's just on time.
Time to eat.
It's a miracle.
Connie wrote the comment. Connie wrote the comment on the chat.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Connie left? Okay, so I will read it right
the chat.
I will read it out. Sorry to come in late from another call, but it is still nice to have a quick chat and see some of your faces. We'll have to go now. See you in the next virtual cafe or at the conference. Great thanks, Osaka team.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all. And see you at the next virtual cafe. And next. Okay. Have a good day. Thank you.
Have a good Sunday afternoon.
Thank you.
See you next
Have a
cafe.
nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Have a nice weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy nice rest of the Sunday.
いや、どうもありがとうございました。